Carol Vorderman opened up about her struggles with depression during the menopause as she voiced her joy about the old-fashioned society attitude towards it changing. Former Countdown host Carol Vorderman has candidly opened up about her struggles with the menopause. In a new interview, the 62-year-old recalled experiencing severe depression and suicidal thoughts when she started the horrific change. Reflecting on a period in 2015, Carol said she had really black thoughts for a couple of weeks each month, despite having nothing wrong in her life. She explained, "I had made a lot of money, my kids were fine, my mom was fine. There was no problem, and yet I would wake up in this huge bed in this huge house. I've got a swimming pool outside and all of that, and I just thought, what's the point?" Speaking on the Postcards from Midlife podcast, the presenter added, "I understand much more now. Clinical depression, where you go. I can't go through this again. How can I make this stop? And those thoughts of, well, there is obviously one way to make this stop." Carol went on to say the natural process was sometimes horrific for women to deal with, particularly when it was more of a taboo subject during her days on Loose Women. "We're driving a horse and cart through that old-fashioned society attitude to women going through the menopause," she added with joy. The natural part of aging usually happens between 45 and 55 years old. Symptoms of the menopause can include hot flushes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness. It can also lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, depression, and irritability. The main treatment for menopausal symptoms is hormone replacement therapy. However, not all women need this. Carol opened up about the depths of her experience last year during a segment about menopause on This Morning. As she encouraged others not to suffer in silence, she said, "Well, I started in my early 50s. I didn't have night sweats or flushes or anything. I started feeling anxious. I've never felt anxious in my life. I started feeling anxious about what trousers I was going to wear, whether I was going to have tea or coffee, all sorts of things." She went on to say her experience with anxiety led to deep depression and feeling suicidal at times. Carol said after taking HRT, she felt back to normal within 2 days. "I have never had a symptom since. It is wonderful," she added.